Welcome back everybody. Today we're doing a full body Pilates workout with the small weights. I am using two 2 kgs. I recommend 1 or 2, maybe 3. If you don't have any weights at home, just get creative. Maybe some water bottles or cans of food at home. All right, let's get started. So we're going to start laying on your back and do a glute stretch. So laying on your back in a neutral spine, crossing one foot across. This may be enough. Otherwise, flex that foot back, draw that leg closer towards you, stretching out your glute. Now in this glute stretch, you want to keep the hips nice and square and keep the tailbone on the mat. So your bottom is not tucking up off the mat. Good. Inhale T-zone, exhale, see if you can draw that leg gently closer towards you. Like I always remind you, when you're stretching, it's a nice gentle stretch. You shouldn't force the muscle, just let the muscle relax into the stretch. Beautiful. Let's swap sides. Cross the other leg across. So the ankle sits on the thigh, flexing the foot back and drawing the legs towards you. Keeping the tailbone on the mat and the hips nice and square. Shoulders back and down and chin tucked in. Inhale T-zone, exhale, draw the legs closer towards you. Feeling a nice stretch down the glutes. Good. If you don't know what I mean by your T-zone, please refer to my Pilates Basics video, which will be linked below. Beautiful. Okay, both feet on the ground. Let's just get in contact with your core. So inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale, let it fall and draw in your T-zone. And again, let the belly rise. On the exhale, draw in your T-zone. One more. Just taking a moment to connect with your core and set an intention for your workout. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to go into lift foot and extend. So in a neutral spine, you're drawing one leg into tabletop and then extending the leg out, drawing it back into tabletop and then lowering the foot to the floor. So your back is in neutral, your shoulders are pulling back and down, the T-zone is scooped and the hips are staying nice and square. Again, just warming up those core muscles. Excellent. Just a few more. Like I always remind you, today don't work through any pain, so there should be no neck, back, hip, or any joint pain. If there is, please stop, reset your form, listen to my cues. If it continues, just stop, come back to an easier exercise. Beautiful. We're going to draw the arms above your chest to do arm preparation. So inhale T-zone and you're just going to exhale, lower the arms overhead, keeping the shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in. Good. Just lowering the arms. Again, we're just warming up. Don't worry, it's going to get a lot harder. Lovely. Good. So you're going as far as you can without the back arching, keeping the ribs to hips. So as the arms go overhead, make sure the back does not arch. Beautiful. If the back isn't arching, you can go all the way, making it a little bit harder. Make sure the shoulders are pulling back and down, chin is tucked in. Nice. Let's add those together. So lift foot, as the leg goes out, the arms are going to go out. Beautiful. Nice. Good. Warming up the body, warming up the core, getting in contact with all those muscles of yours. Lovely. Just one more. Fabulous. Excellent. All right, grab your weights. We're going to push the weights above your chest. Again, shoulders back and down, chin tucked in. Back is in neutral. So feet are hip width distance apart and close-ish to your glutes. So not too far out. Draw them in. So T-zone tight, tucking the tailbone and rolling up one vertebra at a time as high as you can without letting the back arch. So keep the rib to hip connection so the back does not arch. Then inhale here, exhale, rolling it back down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, exhale, tuck the tailbone, roll it up one vertebra at a time, as high as you can without the back arching. Good, and rolling it back down one vertebra at a time. That's it, keep them going. Squeeze the glutes, push through the heels, really warming up the glutes. Good. Maybe you're feeling a nice stretch down the front of the legs, that's good. Keeping the ribs to hips, warming up that core. Lovely, nice and slow and controlled. Excellent. We've got a few more. These glutes should be on fire soon, don't you worry. Lovely. One more. Good. And rolling it back down one vertebra at a time. I'm going to roll it up and stay at the top. Exhale to roll it up. Inhale, T-zone. Face the palms towards you above the chest. Exhale, we're going to lower the weight slowly and with control overhead. And then pull them back above the chest. Excellent. Remember to keep the ribs to hips, the glutes are on nice and strong. Exhale, lower the weights with control overhead. And then inhale, bring them back to above your chest. Beautiful. Keep this going. Exhale. Keeping the ribs to hips so the back is not arching. Really tucking the tailbone under, really activating those glutes. Remember to squeeze those shoulders back and down. You don't want the shoulders up near your ears. We're here to build beautiful posture. Lovely. Keep them going. Are the glutes starting to work? Are you feeling the glutes? I am. Make sure your knees are in line with the toes, so the knees should not be winging out. Keep them in line with the toes. Feet should be hip width, so knees should be generally around hip width. Lovely. Shoulders pulling back and down. Let's go one more, nice and controlled. So good. Now we can roll it down one vertebra at a time, just to give the glutes a little rest. We're going to draw the elbows down towards the ground and then squeeze the chest to draw the weights back above your chest. So little chest presses. Inhale as you come down, exhale as you go up. Fabulous. We've got one more of these. Keep the weights above your chest. Tuck, roll up those hips again, holding the glutes up. Now we're going to do hip dips. So dipping the hips down towards the ground, keeping the back in neutral, squeezing the hips back up. Hip dips, drop the hips, squeeze them back up. So keeping that glute bridge position, tucking of the tailbone, ribs to hips, so you're not arching through the back. Okay, are you ready to put these two together? I am. So as you drop the hips, you're going to do your chest press, lower the weights towards the ground, and then press. Excellent. Slow and controlled. Ribs to hips. Inhale to lower. Exhale to squeeze up. Inhale to lower. Keep the T-zone tight. Exhale to squeeze up. Nice work. Are you feeling the glutes? Like I always remind you, please take the rest whenever you need today. Just a 2, 3, 5 second rest can often just give you enough to come back stronger and keep that form perfect. Inhale to lower, exhale to squeeze the weights above your chest, keeping those shoulders back and down, chin tucked in. Fabulous. We got 2 more. Make sure you're feeling the glutes and the core, not your lower back. Lovely. Hold these weights above your chest. We're going into flies, so turn the palms towards each other. We're going to lower both weights down towards the ground in line with your lower chest, slow and controlled. Exhale to squeeze the weights back above your chest. Excellent. Like you're going to hug a big, beautiful tree. Open the arms with a soft bend in the elbows, keeping the shoulders pulling back and down. And squeeze the chest to draw the weights up above your chest. Nice work. Are you feeling your glutes? Your glutes should be working so strong. Lower and then squeeze and lift. Beautiful. Lower and squeeze. We only have one to go. Keep the ribs to hips, keep the buttock on. Good. The buttock should be working nice and strong. Hold the weights above your chest. Now we're going to lower one arm into the fly, squeeze it back to center. Lower the other arm back to center. Beautiful. Keep the hips up. Remember, take the rest whenever you need. Good. Those glutes should be working to keep the hips nice and still. There should be no rocking through the hips. Both hips should be nice and even. Good. We have 3 to go. We have 2. Exhale to squeeze the weights back to the chest. Lovely. Let's take a little roll down for a little bit of a rest. And then we're going to roll it back up. So just a little bit of a rest for those glutes. Okay, are you ready? Tuck and roll up. We're going to add on. Draw one leg into the center line. The other leg is going to lift and point up to the sky, keeping the hips nice and square. Nothing moves. T-zone is working super hard to keep the hips nice and square. The ribs are to hips, so the back is not arching. Good. If these are too hard, remember you can go back to just your lowering of the hips, the hip dips, no problems. Keep the hips high, keep the hips square, and the leg is nice and long, toe pointing to the sky. Good. We only have a few to go, and then our final combo in this glute bridge series. Good. We've only got a few to go. Let's stay strong, ribs to hips, scoop the belly, shoulders pulling back and down, and weights are above your chest. Good. Palms facing together. Are you ready to add on? One leg is going to come up as the other arm lowers to do your fly, single arm fly. Swapping it over, lowering one arm, opposite leg towards the sky. Keep the hips super square. Don't let them rock. Keep that core working super hard to stabilize everything. You're doing amazing. Remember, the weights are above your lower chest and you're lowering the weights in line with the lower chest. So they shouldn't be above your head. Keep them above the lower chest. We have 4 to go. Keep it nice and controlled. Remember, form over anything else. Really good. You have 1 more. Exhale. Inhale. Keep the T-zone tight, slowly rolling it down 1 vertebra at a time. Well done. Okay, this time we are going to imprint our spine and bring our legs in tabletop. Remember, 90 degrees at the hips and knees. Spine is imprinted. Weights are coming above your chest. We're going to hold this position. We're going into single leg toe tap. So scoop the belly, T-zone is tight, keeping the 90-degree angle at the knee. We're lowering 1 foot to the floor. Good. There should be no arching through your back as the leg lowers. Exhale to lower. Inhale to bring it back to tabletop. Exhale to lower. Inhale to bring it back to tabletop. Scoop the belly, keep the ribs to hips. There should be no moving through the back. Keep that imprinted spine. Fabulous. Few more. Good. Remember, keeping that 90 degree at the knee. If you want to make it slightly harder, you can increase the angle slightly, but you want to keep the same angle so the knee is not moving. The knee joint angle is staying the same. The movement is coming from the hips. Excellent. Let's keep the knees above your hips and go into a tricep skull crusher. So elbows stay above the shoulders. Elbows are facing towards your knees. They're not winging out. You're lowering the weights toward your forehead with control. And then extending them straight back where you got them, above the shoulders. Elbows do not move. Squeezing the elbows in. So the elbows and hands should stay shoulder width distance apart, like train tracks, working the back of the arms. Keep scooping the belly. Keep the T-zone tight. Keep the shoulders pulling back and down. Really firing up the back of the arms. Fabulous. Are you ready to add those two together? Okay, as we lower both weights, one leg is going into your toe tap, bringing it back to that starting position. Other side. Exhale to lower. Inhale to bring them back. Keep scooping the belly. Keep controlling the movement. Nice and slow and controlled. Ribs stay to hips. Imprinted spine. Make sure the elbows are not winging out. Really fire up those triceps and core muscles. Fabulous work. Only a few to go. If you want to make these next ones harder, we are going to squeeze the knees together, lock them into a tabletop position, squeezing together. We're going to lower both legs into a double toe tap as you do the triceps. Now remember, scoop the belly. There should be no arching through your lower back. Keep that imprinted spine. Keep the control. Slow and controlled movements. Exhale to lower. Inhale to bring it back to that starting position. We have 4 to go. Shoulders stay back and down. You're doing so good. 2. Amazing. 1 more. And they are done. Lowering the feet and the weights to the floor. Next time, we only need 1 weight. So keep that spine imprinted, legs back into tabletop. Scoop the belly. 1 weight above your chest. Shoulders back and down, chin tucked in. We're going to curl the body up, reaching the weight above the knees. Really scoop the belly and keep the rib to hip connection. Holding this position with the shoulders back and down, we're going to extend 1 leg at a time. Bicycle legs. Really keep the hips square, keep the T-zone flat and rib to hip connection. Really curl up the body. Excellent. Exhale to lower. Inhale to bring it back to tabletop. Make sure the knees are sitting above the hips. Good. Curl the body up so you're really supporting the head, so you're not hanging back here. Curl the body up. Exhale. Shoulders pulling back and down. Chins tucked in. Exhale to lower the leg. Inhale to bring it back to tabletop. To make it easier, you go higher and not out as far. To make it harder, you go lower and further. Also, if there's any tension through the neck and you're doing all the cues of curling up high, keeping the shoulders back and down, you can always lower the upper body to the ground and continue on. Exhale to lower the leg. Scoop the belly, imprinted spine, ribs to hips. Make sure the back is not arching. Good. We only have 2 to go. Nice and controlled. Fabulous. Lowering the body back down. Well done. Just taking a moment to have a breather. Fabulous work. Okay, we are going into glutes. More glutes. Okay, we only need 1 dumbbell for the next set of exercises. We're going to lay all the way down to do clams with your head resting on the arm, but we're going to have our feet up. Now just mind, clams, we want a straight line, hand, shoulder, hips, and feet. Hips are stacked, so push the top hip away to keep the gap between the waist and the floor. Squeeze the heels together and lift the heels. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, we're going to open the knee. Inhale, we're going to lower. Keep the hips stacked. Exhale to open. Inhale to lower. Really firing up these outer glutes. Remember to keep the hips stacked. Push the top hip away to keep a gap between the waist and the floor. That way we are in a nice straight neutral spine. We're not sagging the spine towards the ground. Exhale to open. Inhale to lower. To make it harder, you can open the knee further. Just make sure the hips are not rocking. Everything is staying super still. Exhale to open. Inhale to lower. Make sure the shoulders are pulling back and down. The chin is tucked in. All right, ready to add on. We're going to add in an external shoulder rotation. Just make sure your shoulders are pulling back and down and staying in that position. We're stabilizing the shoulder with all those stabilizing muscles. Then we're hitting the rotator cuffs as we're externally rotating. Please note that you don't need a high weight for this exercise. So even if your weight's too heavy, you can go without the weight, no problem. I have a fly bothering me. Exhale to open, inhale to control back down. You only have 3 to go. Keep squeezing the shoulders back and down. They should not be moving. 1 more. Amazing. Keep the weight in front of you, and we're continuing on with the legs open, and then we're going to extend the leg in line with the rest of the body. Bring it back and then lower. Inhale to open. Exhale to extend the leg in line with the rest of the body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale to make it harder. Open, higher, and extend the leg higher and further back. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Shoulders staying back and down. Keep the hips stacked. Keep the gap between the waist and the floor. You can have your hand on your hips, or if you want a little bit more stability, you can pop your hand on the weight in front of you, or even the floor. Good. We only have a few to go. Are you feeling these glutes? Excellent work. Really good. Let's go 1 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Fabulous. Let's pop yourself up. Hand goes under the shoulder, knee comes under the hip. We're going into your kneeling side kicks. We're going to place 1 weight above your hip. Now remember, hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips, and a nice straight line. Head, shoulders, hips, and feet. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, we're going to squeeze the glute and lift the leg. Inhale to lower. Remember, nothing should move. T-zone is working super hard to keep the hips and spine super still. Beautiful. Really firing up these outer glutes. Good. With control. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Keep the shoulders pulling back and down. We're really working these shoulder stability muscles now. Just make sure you're not shrugging. You're not dumping. Squeeze the shoulders back and down. Beautiful. Hips should not be rocking. Fabulous. You're doing amazing. We don't have many to go. We have 2. Good. Bottom leg, bottom glute is stabilizing as well. Inhale, T-zone. Let's lift and hold. This time we're doing tiny little circles. Just keep those shoulders pulling back and down. Tiny little circles. That's it. We only have a few. Inhale for a few circles. Exhale for a few circles. You're doing amazing. We got 3. We got 2. Keep the leg no lower than hip height. Should be all glutes. Knee faces the front. And 1, and bring it back down. Well done. Okay, Oh, nearly forgot. We have side planks. So we're going to slide the bottom knee out. You can stay in this position. Otherwise, we're going to lift up into a side plank. The bottom leg goes to behind the front. Shoulders are staying back and down. Remember, the hand should be under the shoulders. We are not staying here for long. Nice straight line from the crown of the head to the feet. Ribs are tips, so you're not arching the back. We have 5. Nice straight line, hand to hand, straight line from the crown of the head to the feet. Ribs in. We have 3, 2, 1. Lower the bottom leg and come on over to your all fours. How are you feeling? If you need a little stretch, please take it. Otherwise, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We are going into donkey kicks with the weight behind the back knee. So if you find your weights are a little uncomfy, get a little hand towel. You can wrap the hand towel around your weight and pop it behind the knee. Just remember to squeeze on it slightly. Make sure it's comfortable. Okay, from here, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Squeeze the shoulders back and down and lift the spine. Keep the weight mostly through the knees. We're going to hover the knee with the weight. Flex the foot back. Exhale, squeeze the weight up, really squeezing the glute, and then inhale, lower. Nothing moves. Hips stay super square to the mat. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower with control. Remember to keep the weight back through the legs. Try not to dump into the hands. Good. Go as high as you can without letting the back arch. Keeping the rib to hip connection. Keeping the T-zone flat. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower with control. How are you guys going? Are you feeling those glutes today? Good. If the knee is coming higher when you're back here, you know your hips have lifted off and to the side. Make sure the knee comes back to just that hovering position. Good. Scoop the belly. We only have a few to go. Keep lifting the upper spine, pushing the ground away, but again, keeping the weight through the knee. Good. One more. Let's hold the next one at the top, and we're doing little pulses. Again, weight through the back knee. Both glutes are working. Good. Exhale to lift, or if you're going a tiny little bit faster, exhale for a few pulses, inhale for a few pulses. Make sure your back is not arching. Keep the rib to hip connection. Keep the shoulders pulling back and down. We only have 3. We have 2. We have 1. And lower. Well done. We're going into fire hydrants. Drop the opposite elbow. Hover the knee with the weight. We're going out to the side. Good. Opening up that hip. Keeping the shoulders back and down. Good. Again, weight through that back knee. This time, eyes just to the edge of the mat. Keeping the neck in neutral. Keeping the head lifted. Shoulders are pulling back and down. Exhale to open, inhale to control, back down. How are your glutes going? Are you feeling them? I definitely am. Exhale to lift, inhale to control, back down. We have 2 more. We have 1. We're going to come back up and pulse. Hold at the top. We got 10 little pulses, not many. Keep the form, shoulders back and down, lift the spine. Keep the chin tucked in. Weight through that back knee. I know. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower back down. Come on up. Are you feeling those glutes as much as I am? Okay, both weights this time. We're going to stand it up, still working the same glute. So step that leg forward. Come on up. I'm going to come off my mat. We're going down into stationary lunges. Inhale to lower, keep the back in neutral. Exhale to come up. Inhale, exhale, really pushing through the front heel, activating that glute of the front leg. Keep that neutral spine. shoulders pulling back and down. Beautiful. Inhale to lower, exhale to squeeze up. Fabulous. Are you ready to add on? We're going to add a lateral raise. Lower, lift. Leading with the elbows. Good. I'm just going to turn to show you. Leading with the elbows. You're not doing these ones. Lead with the elbows. Slowly control back down. We only have 3 to go. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Good. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Bring the back leg forward. We're going into reverse lunges with a bicep curl. So lunge back, lunge forward, add the bicep curl on the way up. Reverse lunge, keeping the weight through that front heel, bicep on the way up. Keeping that back in neutral. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Remember to focus on the knee alignment. Make sure the knee is not collapsing in. It should be in line with the middle toe. Weight should be back through the heels. Good. Pushing through the heels to squeeze you up. We have 1 more. Keep the ribs to hips so you're not arching the back. Fabulous. Arms come down. Back leg goes back. Not as far as a lunge, just back slightly. I'm going to bend through the front leg and straighten that back leg. Hinging forward from the hips. Weights are lowered down, and then we're going to row, squeezing the shoulders back and down, working between the posture muscles. I'll just show you these muscles, not up here, but down here. Keep that hinge forward, ribs to hips. So we're using the front glute. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. To make it harder, you can lunge further into that front leg. Good. Squeezing the shoulders back and down. Are you ready to add on? Excellent. So next time we're going to lower the weights. Bring the leg to tap next to the foot. Scooter. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Keep the core on, ribs to hips. We only have 5 to go. 4. Keeping the weight through that front leg. Just tapping the moving leg. Exhale, inhale. Eyes should be up about 1 meter or 2 in front of you. Keeping the neck in line with the rest of the spine. Good. Hips stay square. We have 3. We have 2. Shoulders pulling back and down. We have 1. Whew. Are you feeling that? Well done. I know, it's intense. Okay, we're coming down into hinges. If your knees are sensitive or your mat isn't soft enough, you can roll up your mat to double or triple to support your knees. Otherwise, the feet can be flat, or to make it slightly easy, tuck the toes under. We need 1 weight this time. We got to tuck the tailbone, ribs to hips. Really keep that core tight so you're not going to feel this in your lower back. We're going to start with the weight in front of you. So really keeping the T-zone tight, ribs to hips. Inhale. We're going to lean back. Exhale to come forward back to that starting position, stacking the shoulders over the hips and knees. Inhale to lean back like a falling tree. Exhale to come forward, really working your thighs and your core. Shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling those thighs work. Inhale and exhale. A few to go. You can lean back further, but make sure you're really keeping the form and keeping the ribs to hips. Again, not feeling this through your lower back. Beautiful. Good. 1 more. Excellent. Are you ready to add on? Hands out in front of you. And we continue. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the shoulders pulling back and down. Really keep the ribs to hips. Scoot the T-zone. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Are you feeling your thighs? I am. Keep the shoulders pulling back and down. So good. You're doing so, really so good. Good, we got 3 to go. The thighs might be a bit tender tomorrow. I'm sure we like that feeling. Good, 2, ribs to hips, 1, and they are done. Well done. We have to do that all on the other side. So we're going into the clams on the other side. So laying all the way down, head on your arms, hips are stacked, gap between the waist and the floor, nice long line from your hands to feet. Let's lift the feet up, squeeze the heels together, T-zone on, and exhale, we're gonna open. Inhale to control back down. Excellent. Exhale to open, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the heels together. Keep the hips stacked, keeping the gap between the waist and the floor. Excellent. Good. Keeping that weight close towards you as well. Getting ready to add on. Exhale to open, shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in, keeping the ribs to hips so you're not arching through your back. Really good. Stacking those hips. Excellent. Locking the shoulders back and down. Are you ready to add on? Exhale to open. Inhale to control back down. Exhale to open. Ribs to hips. Shoulders pulling back and down. Squeeze those heels together. Good. Are you feeling the glutes and the shoulder stability muscles? Keeping the shoulders pulling back and down. Keep the ribs in. Good. Let's go 2 more. The shoulder should not be moving, and you're really controlling this movement. 1 more. And well done. Pop the weight in front. We're adding on to the clam. Inhale to open. Exhale to extend the leg. Shoulders back and down. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Lengthening the leg in line with the rest of the body, no lower than hip height. Again, make sure there's no movement through the spine and hips. Good. Really good. Are you shaking like I am? Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You're doing amazing. We only have 2 to go after this. Good. Excellent. Inhale, exhale. Well done. All right, coming up for your kneeling side kicks. So knee under hips, hands under shoulders, weight on the top hip. Keep a nice straight line from the crown of the head to the foot. Legs straight, toes pointed. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Good, with control. Shoulders pulling back and down. Good, keep the ribs to hips. T-zone tight. Make sure when you're lifting the leg, there's no movement through your spine or rocking of the hips. Try not to rest the foot on the ground, just a tap and a lift. Good. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Really just firing up these outer glutes. You shouldn't be feeling it down the side of the leg or in the hips, just the glutes. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Really good. Good. Next one, holding up little circles. Keep everything super still. Ribs to hips. Tummy is tight. Leg no lower than hip height. Good. Keep the core working, the glutes working. Slow and controlled. We got 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg. Slide the butt back. Slide the bottom knee out. We're going into your planks. So you can either stay on the knee or you can draw the bottom leg to the back of the front leg. Arm goes up. Make sure your hand is under your shoulder and there's a nice straight line between the hands through the shoulders. Ribs to hips so you're not arching the back. T-zone is tight. We are not here for long. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering that bottom knee and then coming into your all 4 position. Amazing. Going into your donkey kicks. Fabulous. Let me just adjust myself. So good. Okay. We are hovering this knee with the weight above the mat. Lift the spine, nice neutral spine from the crown of the head to the hips. No sagging, ribs to hips. Inhale T-zone, exhale flex the foot, squeeze the glute and lift the leg. Keeping the hips nice and square. Good. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Good. How are you guys going at home? I hope you're loving today's workout as much as I am. Good. Exhale to lift with control. Remember, don't arch the back. Keep the ribs to hips. Keep that weight back through that back knee. Good. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. So good. Keep lifting the spine. Keep the shoulders pulling back and down. We are doing so well today. Good. Keep scooping the belly. We're going to pulse the next ones. Hold this one up. Tiny little pulses. Again, ribs to hips, so you're not arching through the back. Should be glutes. The glutes of the stabilizing leg and the glutes of that lifting leg. We're working hard. Are we squirt? Good. Tiny little pulses. Again, squeeze the glutes. Good. Keep the weight off the hands. You got 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower. Well done. Dropping the elbow down towards the ground. Hovering the knee. We're going into fire hydrants. Out to the side. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Remember to keep the weight back through the back knee. Scoop the belly. T-zone is tight. Good. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Keep your eyes at the edge of the mat to keep that nice long neutral spine. Try to keep the hips still so they're not rocking all over the place. We got 3. Shoulders pulling back and down. Neck nice and long. 2. Really good. 1. Let's hold the next one up. And tiny little pulses right at the top. So good. Keep the shoulders pulling back and down. You got 5. Lead with the knee, not the foot. 3. T-zone is tight. 2. Are you feeling the burn? And lower. Well done. Okay, grabbing the weight. We need the other weight. We're still working the same glute, so stepping that leg forward. Dust yourself off if you need. All right, going down into the lunges. That working glute. The working leg is in front. Inhale to lower, exhale to come up. Inhale to lower, exhale to come up. Keeping those shoulders pulling back and down. Ribs to hips, so you're not arching to the back. Pushing through this front heel, keeping the knee in line with the middle toe. Good. With control. Inhale, exhale. Are you ready to add those lateral raises, hitting the shoulders, hitting these muscles here? You should not feel these through the neck or back. Good. Really good. Keep it nice and controlled. You're doing amazing. I'm proud of you. I hope you're super proud of yourself. Good. We got 3. We got 2. We got 1. Amazing. Stepping the legs together. Stepping the leg back. This time we're adding a hammer curl, palms facing together to curl the weights up, still hitting the biceps, but now doing hammer curls. Keep the neutral spine, keep the glute of the front leg working, pushing through that front heel. So good. You got 3 to go. You got 2. You got 1. Let's do 1 more for luck. Amazing. Send that leg back again, leaning forward, bending into that front leg. Back leg is straight, back into your rows. So we're going to squeeze those shoulders back and down. Leaning forward, bending into that front leg. Really good. That front glute should be working. If you want to make it harder, bending into the leg even more. I don't think I need that today. Good. Keeping that back leg long, tippy toes on the ground. Good. Squeezing those shoulders back and down. T-zone is tight, ribs are to hips. Are you ready to add the scooter? Lower the weights, tap the foot next to the front leg. Exhale, inhale, squeeze the shoulders back and down. Remember, you don't want to be hunching up near your ears. Back and down, working between the shoulder blades, the mid and lower traps. Good. Exhale. Good. We got 3 to go. Keep the knees straight. Keep the hips nice and square. Keep the form. Good. You got 2 and 1. Well done. Shake it out. We are nearly there. Well, we're getting there. Okay, we're going into some squats. So feet hip distance apart. We're going to send the bottom back into some squats. Remember, the knees are in line with the middle toes, shoulders back and down, neutral spine. Keep the chin tucked in. Good. Inhale to lower, exhale to squeeze up. Good. I'll turn to the side so you can watch my back staying in neutral. It's not rounding, it's not arching. Ribs are to hips. I'm only going as far as I can maintain that neutral spine. Really good. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Lovely. Are you ready to add on? Weights are up near your shoulders. We are going to lower and then press on the way up. Inhale to lower, ribs to hips. Exhale to press on the way up. Core is super tight. Weights through the heels, so center of gravity backwards through the heels, squeezing the glutes to come up. Only 3 to go. Good. Inhale, exhale. Ribs are to hips. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Lower the weights. Well done. Guess what? We don't need the weights anymore. Pop them to the side. This time, you're going to stand at the base of your mat just for a few deep breaths. Stack your head above your shoulders, above your hips, above your feet. Nice long neutral spine. Ribs are to hips. Core is on. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Inhale, exhale, let it go. 1 more. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Excellent. Okay, inhale, T-zone. Exhale, you're going to tuck the chin. We're going to imagine we're peeling ourselves off a wall, 1 vertebra at a time. So it's the upper spine, the mid spine, the lower spine. T-zone stays tight. Ribs are now to hips, curling down. You may want to bend your knees. You're just going to take a moment here, letting your arms hang to the floor, maybe feeling a stretch down the back of the legs. Excellent. Inhale, T-zone, and exhale. We're going to walk the hands out. You may need to bend your knees. We're going to walk your hands out, and we're going to drop the knees towards the mat. Okay, bringing your hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, going into a knee hover. So T-zone is tight, ribs to hips. We're going to just hover the knees a centimeter off the ground and lower, keeping that nice long neutral spine and it lifted. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. We're not here for long. Beautiful. We are really close to the end of our workout today. Good. Good, let's go one more, and then we're going to come up and hold. So holding that position where the knees are hovering just 1 to 2 centimeters off the mat. Keep lifting the upper spine, shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in, nice long neutral spine. We got 3, we got 2, we got 1. Take a little prayer stretch, sending the hands forward, sending the bottom back towards your heels. Good, lengthening through those arms. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Keep those arms nice and straight to feel a nice stretch through the underarms. Beautiful. All right, coming back up, hands under your shoulders again, knees under your hips. Coming into that knee hover, T-zone tight, hover the knees. From here, we're going to step one leg at a time into a high plank. Hold for 1 second. Step it back in, back to your knee hover. Knees stay above the mat, hovering. Send the other leg back to high plank, followed by the other one. Hold for a second, step it back in. Beautiful. Keep it going. Keep alternating that leading leg. Good. Keep lifting the upper spine. Keep the chin tucked in, shoulders back and down, ribs to hips, so you're not sagging through the lower back. Keep lifting the spine. Good. We don't have many to go. You're doing so good. Soft bend in the elbows. Don't lock them, especially if you're a little bit double jointed. Good. One more. Out, out, in, and lower. Well done. Send it back to a prayer stretch again. Good, lengthening through those arms. Beautiful. We are nearly there. All right, coming back to that high plank position. So send your legs back, high plank, lock it in. From here, we're just going to slow climb one knee at a time towards your chest. Good. Last exercise today before we start winding it down with some stretches. Beautiful. Slow and controlled. Inhale to bring it in. Exhale to send it back where you got it. Good. Keep lifting the spine. Keep scooping the belly. Breathe. Good. We're nearly there. 5 to go each side. Good. 4 to go each side. Take the rest whenever you need today. Good. 3 to go each side. We got it. 2. We got it. 1. And well done. Amazing work today. Whew. Okay, we are not done yet. Coming back to that high plank position, you're going to send your bottom up, hike it up towards the sky. You may want to bend your knees, stretching out the back of the legs. Really good. Keeping the shoulders pulling back and down. Tummy tight. Really good. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can sink a little deeper. Heels going towards the mat. Excellent. Okay, slowly bending those knees, walking the hands back, reverse Pilates, roll down. Letting the hands hang towards the ground for a moment. Really good. You may want to grab the elbows and give a little sway side to side. Beautiful. Keeping that T-zone tight. Coming back to center, tucking the tailbone, ribs to hips. We're going to roll it back up against our imaginary wall, one vertebra at a time. Lower back, mid back, upper back, until you're standing up nice and tall. Gonna circle those arms up towards the sky and then slowly dive it down, one vertebra at a time. Upper, mid, lower. Coming back down, bending the knees. Really good. You want to take a moment here, please do. Really good. Hands back to the mat, walking it out. And we are going to come into that high plank. Lower the knees. And finish off with a few stretches. So one leg comes forward. We're going to stretch out the hip flexors. So tuck the tailbone, ribs to hips. Arm of the back leg comes up. I'm going to slightly lunge forward, keeping the ribs to hips to feel a stretch down the front of the leg. Good. And if you want to add a little side stretch, I'm going to stretch the arm up and over to the side, feeling the hip flexor and side stretch. Remember, ribs to hips, really lengthening through that top arm. Inhale, T-zone, exhale. See if you can stretch a little further. Beautiful. Coming back to center, let's swap sides. Good. So tucking the tailbone, ribs to hips, arm comes up, slightly lunging forward. Again, keeping the rib to hip, so you're not avoiding the stretch. And if you want to add on, arm goes up and over. Really good. Well-deserved stretch today. Good. Make sure your shoulders are pulling back and down. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, see if you can stretch a little further. Good. Back to center. And let's come to your knees. Let's roll the shoulders before our last stretch today. Reverse the shoulder rolls. Good. Lengthen those arms and fingers. And we're just going to tip the head to the side. Make sure the shoulders are pulling back and down. Tipping the head to the side, feeling a nice gentle stretch down the side of the neck. Good. Keep the ribs to hips. T-zone tight. And smile. You did so good today. Let's go the other side. Stretching down the side of the neck. How did you find today's workout? I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Please leave a comment below and let me know how you went. And I hope to see you next time. Bye for now. I'll see you again soon. See ya.